And that will be timeout Hawaii.
Long Beach on that 5-1 run, and Renicky is creating lots of space with her jump setting. Sometimes she's putting it over, but then she's also
career on the beach side would be my guess.
You got to give her a lot of credit because she really hasn't set that much in the last couple of years, having played the sand season this past year and the year before, and so you put that all together, and you got to give her a lot of credit against the number 9 team in the country. She's got her team right in this.
And not only getting it done on the floor, even with that sprained ankle, but also just named Student Athlete of the Week here at Long Beach. So getting it done in the classroom as well as Tara Renicky. Long Beach with a 2-point advantage, tied 1 set apiece and still serving. Tyler Jackson will continue to serve for her hometown 49ers, sophomore out of Long Beach. So we'll go Ali Longo. Backslide to Opala, dug by Longo. Off the middle, we haven't talked about Vorster for quite a while offensively. She's been getting it done blocking-wise, but has been frozen out of the offense since the early part of this match.
Yeah, Hawaii going much more towards its left side hitters, especially Emily Hartong getting tons of swings tonight.
Powerful turn, but wrist away out of bounds by Opala. Chisholm Opala wasn't expected to play a lot this season, a sophomore at 6'2", has been contributing. Outside, that's Janisa Johnson. Jack will check out of the match, and Renicky will serve. Hartong through the hands, and again swinging at the ball high.
And she had a pretty big block against her. 2 of the tallest Long Beach State blockers trying to slow her down, but she hits high enough that she finds the space between the middle blocker's hands.
Coach Gimolero saying Opala, number 21, involved in that last block, needs to work hard to close to the outside. She did it there. Now she has to not allow that field goal to happen. She gets an opportunity to swing. Not put away, and a creative kill that time. Good control from Emily Hartong. So Hawaii extends their lead to 22-20. Now in a situation where they can simply side out to win the set. Long Beach wants to talk about it. 12th in the nation is Emily Hartong, but first in the Big West when it comes to kills per set. Hawaii, as expected, at the 10-0 record, performing well in the Big West, leading the Big West in hitting percentage, then also second in opponent hitting percentage, assists, and blocks. Another look at the Big West schedule. Here's some of the action you're going to see in this partnership between the Big West and Fox. Women's soccer at UCI championship, men's soccer, men's basketball tournament, women's basketball tournament, men's and women's track and field, in addition to 800 streaming games online at bigwest.org. This is an incredible boost, I think, to both parties. Opportunity for exposure for all of the schools in the Big West, and a great boon for fans of all these teams.
And all these sports, for sure, because some of these sports that fans might follow and just have a really difficult time actually getting to see on television, see live, they can catch all those streams. Much like the Olympics continues to expand coverage and offer fans the ability to see more of the action.
As you and I know well, there's a lot of programming to be done at the Olympics. Nearly every match available, or at least as many as there is time for during the day. We've got a good one here. Tied one set apiece in 22-20 in set number 3. Hawaii visiting the 49ers of Long Beach. Opala, and that's going to be a lift call. That backslide proving to be trouble for the 49ers, and yet another timeout will be called. So Hawaii now leading by 3. Is this a moment where it may slip away for the 49ers? Could they lose the emotion here?
I think they could, and that's exactly why Coach Giammalaro called those last 2 timeouts on 2 consecutive plays, trying to keep his team in, because they're playing a little more of a high-risk offense, what he called kind of the 80s offense, different hitters running to different spots, but we've seen the result of the high risk with missed connections. On the other side of the net, Hartong has been really strong for Hawaii. Had a slow start.
It's a tough move from middle blocker to outside.
And her big arm, when she reaches, first of all, she's got some height. She jumps well, but when she reaches and hits the deeper third of the court, she's having lots of success. You talked about that one, creating something out of nothing on that last swing that we saw there. If the ball comes up, I expect her to get another set there, right, putting a lot of their hopes. And remember, Hawaii, this is an important match. They want to win out. They feel they have a pretty good chance. The best chance they have is to win out, to stay in the top 16 or keep themselves top 16 RPI.
Hawaii always travels well, but you know when their star player Emily Hartong is from Los Al, not too far away from Long Beach. That's Los Alamitos. Those of you not residing in the Southern California area. Lots of fans in the gym in the green of Hawaii.
And Coach Giammalaro calming his team down to where they just ran the same play they misconnected on the previous one, get a point. Now back to within 2. They need to score what we call a reel here, score 1 when they're serving.
Backslide stuffed, and there is one of those real points. Now we'll have timeout the other way. Hawaii now wants to talk about it after that stuff block from the 49ers and Janisa Johnson.
Boy, what a match she's had defensively. Now involved almost 20 digs, a couple of blocks for her.
The offensive leaders for both teams. Alex Reed, number 25, slowed down slightly here in the 3rd set. 19 kills, hitting .439, but an incredible evening for the freshman outside hitter. And then you have Opala, number 21, the middle blocker with 13 kills. Janisa Johnson with 8 kills. And Bree Mackey collecting 7 for the 49ers.
I think Reed, after taking 33 swings just in the first 2 sets, might have gotten a little tired. She's only been able to put 2 out of the 8 swings she had away so far, but she was very surprisingly effective for Long Beach.
On the Hawaii side, it has been the Emily Hartong show as expected, 23 kills. And then Forster with 11. And Ashley Castle with 11 on the outside.
Yeah, and Hartong already with 57 swings, and we're still in the 3rd set.
That's an evening of work, and we are at least 1 more set away from the end of this one, so she will get plenty more opportunities.
What's the most swings you ever had in a match?
92.
Okay, so
Twice.
She's not even close to that.
But that's the old school scoring. That was back when you had to serve to score, not in the rally score era. Rally score era, I collected, I think, 50 one time, but that's, so hold on.
All right, so she's already 7 above that. Make that 8.
Mackey setting the quick. That's something a little unexpected. And we saw it early in this match one of the times.
And you could see it. She kind of gave it away. She really scrunched down just to try to fit her frame under that pass. Watch right here. Bending down. And somehow it slips through. Now 23 all. Long Beach State right back in.
Creativity again paying dividends as Libby Fontanilla continues serving. Outside Hartong, well off the net, dug by Fontanilla. Outside Johnson. Net violation on Hawaii. And yeah, a little sigh of relief there. from Janisa Johnson, as that will push Long Beach to set point number 1 here in set 3. She missed it long, but the hands just touching the top of the tape.
Yep, middle blocker.
Libby Fontanilla out of Corona, California. Jump serve, set point 1. Overpass. Stuff blocked again. The second time we've seen an overpass get stuff blocked, saving the Rainbows on a set point.
And Coach Gimolaro thought that is the chance that they needed, a swing and a miss.
Tiara Wallace missing that one. Another freshman pressed into action in this injury-riddled season for the 49ers. Emily Hartong with a jump serve of her own, 24-all. Johnson forced the tip. Ball not handled well. Opportunity for Long Beach, but mishandled by Reneke. Point, Hawaii. Set point number 1 for the Rainbows. Hartong again will do the serving. The Hawaii faithful in the pyramid tonight. Overpass, kill, Vorster, set to Hawaii. 26-24, the third deuce set in this Big West matchup. I didn't think it was going to be this good a match. It's been a great match. Can Long Beach come back and win set 4 and push it to 5? Find out after this. The Long Beach Pyramid is site of this incredible Big West volleyball matchup. 3 deuce sets. Opportunities for both teams, but Hawaii coming out on top, 2 sets to 1, and in the third set, lots of chances for both teams.
Sure was, and boy, was there a soul crusher for Long Beach, having a swing to win that third set, but Hawaii getting away with some scramble kills. They're off balance, getting the ball in, and then finally we get the overpass, and they put their turn away. Long Beach needed to put its turn away before.
A look inside the numbers, the stats, as we would expect with deuce sets, pretty close through the entire match.
Both teams really scrambling, and we've seen obviously lots of long rallies. They're showing some patience and making each other beat, making each other earn the point.
Those are the cumulative stats through this entire match. Long Beach stayed hitting well, aside from a second set performance hitting 164, that dragging their numbers way down, but they still had their chances in that set. Hawaii now trying to extend their 10-match winning streak. Their last loss was September 9th to UCLA, defending national champions. And in fact, so much talk about the RPI this time of year and how that's going to set up not only for qualification into the tournament if you don't win your conference tournament, for selection, then also for seeding and matchups. Hawaii with a good one on their resume defeated Pac-12 #1 Stanford at the beginning of this season, and Stanford, I saw them this week. They look tough. They are the most complete team I've seen this year.
And the reason you want to stay in the top 16 in the RPI is that you have a very good chance of then hosting the first and the second rounds. And Hawaii, of course, would get a monster crowd out if it were able to host those two, probably 8,000 or 9,000 people. And so they want to stay. They're at 18 now, but they feel like if they can win out, they can stay in the top 16 and would love to host it. Otherwise, they probably have to travel. A few years ago when they made the NCAA semifinals, they had to travel the most of any team in the country, going to Florida 1 week and then just staying on the road. It makes it much easier at home.
Emily Hartong collected her 25th kill of this match. Janisa Johnson collecting her 11th on that swing. I mentioned the advantage Hawaii has when they play at home. The crowds are unbelievable. 7,500 in the Stan Sheriff Center for the UOP match, where the Rainbows went down 0-2